In this tutorial, you will build a Qlik Cloud Analytics Services app. You will add data, create charts, and build a storytelling presentation. Before starting, you will need access to Qlik Cloud, a professional user allocation. If you're unsure about the type of user allocation you have, contact your tenant administrator. And the tutorial data files. You can download the data files from the Qlik help site. Download the tutorial, Building an App Files package, and unzip it. Open Qlik Cloud, enter your username and password. Before you start creating visualizations, you need to create a new app and then add your data. Click Add New, and then click New Analytic App. Enter a name for your app. Choose a space for your new app. For this tutorial, your app will be in your personal space. Your personal space is your own private work area in the hub. Click Create. Now you can add the data that you previously downloaded to your app. Drag the file sales.xlsx and drop it into your app. Repeat the same process for the other Excel files. First, we add the cities.xlsx file, followed by the customer XLSX and the item master XLSX files. Because sales rep is a CSV file, we need to make sure that the data was uploaded correctly. Click Select Data from the source. Then in the Field Names dropdown, select Embedded Field Names. When you are done, click Update. The next step is to associate the table and load the data into the app. Now it is time to create associations between the fields in your tables. In the right panel, you have recommended associations. Check that the recommended associations work for your data. In this case, the sales table and the customer have one field in common, the customer number. Click on Apply to associate the two tables. In the second case, the sales and item master tables have one field in common, the item number. Click on Apply to associate the two tables. The customer table and cities table have one field in common, the city code. Click on Apply to associate the two tables. Lastly, the sales and sales rep tables have the sales rep number field in common. Click Apply to associate those tables. When you are done, click Load to load your data into the app. After you load the data, you will create sheets and visualizations next. In Dashboard Design, you will learn how to choose the right visualizations for your data. You will learn how to organize the visualizations in a well-structured and user-friendly way. This app will be fairly simple, but you will learn some basic design principles that are good to know. If you're looking for assistance in creating analyses, you can use Insight Advisor. Insight Advisor helps you create meaningful charts and analyses with your data. You can explore your data by making selections in fields or master items. Insight Advisor will generate analyses related to the items you choose. You can also create visualizations from your queries using search-based analytics. Or you can create visualizations by selecting the analysis type you want to use and then selecting the data to include in the analysis. The app that you are building will contain 6 sheets. You will build the first 4 sheets manually. The last 2 sheets you will build using Insight Advisor. Name the first sheet Dashboard. Create 4 more sheets and name them Product Details, Customer Details, Customer Location, and Insights. You now have 5 sheets that all belong to the same app. There's no need to create a manager dashboard sheet because it will be auto-generated by Insight Advisor later in this tutorial. Now you can start creating the sheets. The purpose of a dashboard is to give a quick overview of your data. The purpose of this video is to recreate this dashboard using the standard options. You will then switch to the advanced options to customize the created visualizations with advanced options. Open the dashboard sheet to start creating visualizations. The first visualization that we want to create is a sales per region donut chart. First, drag the sales field to the chart and add it as a measure. Then add region as a dimension. The suggested result is a table, so select a donut chart from the visualization panel. In presentation, you can customize some basic settings. In this case, select Labels and then add the title Sales per Region. Then add another visualization to the sheet. We want to create the total sales and margin KPI chart. First, add sales as a measure. This will automatically create our KPI chart. Then add margin as a second measure. In presentation, select Label and in the title field type, Total Sales and Margin. The third visualization we want to create is the Profit Margin Gauge chart. This time, we are going to add an expression to calculate the profit margin. The fourth visualization we want to create is the top 5 customers bar chart. Add customer as the dimension, and then add sales as a measure. The fifth visualization we want to create is the quarterly trend line chart. In the standard option, add a visualization and then add the dimension quarter and year. Add sales as a measure. In visualization, pick the line chart to convert the auto-generated table into a line chart. The last visualization we want to create here is the sales trend combo chart. Add a new visualization and then add sales and margin as measures. Then add month-year as a dimension. Then select the combo chart as a visualization. Now that all the visualizations have been created, we can switch to the advanced options to customize them the way we prefer. First, we want to change the color of the donut chart. Select it, and under Color and Legend, disable the auto colors. Select to color it by measure by selecting the option from the drop-down menu. Toggle off the Show Legend option. Next, select the Total Sales and Margin KPI chart. First, label Sales the first measure and Margin the second one. Then turn off the Chart Suggestions option. Under Appearance, select Color and turn off the conditional colors and the library colors for the first measure. Then select Red from the color palette. Select the second measure and turn off the library colors option. Then select the green color from the color palette. Next, select the gauge chart and toggle off the chart suggestions. Under Presentation, in the range limits, set the min value to -0.5 and the max value to 0.5. Then select the bar option. Toggle on the Use Segments option and toggle off the Use Library option. Add a limit by clicking on the button and typing 0.12 in the field. Select red for the values below the limit and green for the values above the limit. Next, select Data, and in the number format, select Number from the drop-down menu, and then select the percentage option. Select the Measure axis, and in the Label and Title drop-down menu, select Labels Only. Then select the bar chart and toggle off the chart suggestions. In Presentation, select the horizontal mode. Then select Data and select the customer dimension. In the Limitation drop-down menu, select Fixed Number and then enter 5 in the expression field, so the visualization will show only the top 5 customers. Then uncheck the Show Other checkbox. Finally, add the title Top 5 Customers. Now select the line chart, and in Appearance, check the Show Data Points checkbox. Then add the title Quarterly Trend. Select the Combo chart, and in Colors and Legend, toggle off the Show Legend option. Then in the X-axis, toggle off the Continuous Scale and uncheck the Use Continuous Scale checkbox. Finally, add the filter panes. In the first one, add year, quarter, month, and week. And then, in the second one, add region. Right-click each filter pane and select Add to Master Items. Type the name Period for the first filter pane and the name Region for the second one. The filter panes are now saved as master items. This makes them easy to reuse in other sheets. Finally, adjust the positioning of the visualizations in your sheet. You can see the results here. You have created your first sheet in Qlik Cloud. In the second sheet, you'll make a bar chart and tree map that focus on products. Then you'll add filter panes so you can filter product data by date and region. First, we're going to create a bar chart to show the top sales of product groups. In Fields, drag the Product Group field to the sheet and add it as a dimension. Add sales and margin as measures. Go to Properties and under Visualizations, select the Grouped bar chart. Go to Presentation and under Labels, select the Show Value Label checkbox. Now you can create the tree map. Click the Add Item button below the bar chart. Add Product Group and Product Type as dimensions. Then add Sales as a measure. Go to the Properties and under Visualizations, select the tree map. Then under Presentation, select Labels. Add the title Product Tree Map. Now that all the visualizations have been created, you will switch to the Advanced Edit mode to customize them. Select the bar chart. Go to Sorting and order the dimensions like this: Sum Sales, sum margin, and product group. Click Sum of Sales, set Sorting from Auto to Custom. Select Sort numerically. The product categories in your bar chart are now ordered from best selling to worst selling. You can add expressions in chart titles. Go to Appearance and select General. Open the expression editor in the title field and enter the following expression. This expression will return a rounded number for the total sales. When you are done, click Apply. Now you can customize the tree map. Select the tree map and under Appearance, select Colors and Legend. Set the colors from Auto to Custom. Then select the option to set the colors by measure from the drop-down menu. Now you can add the filter panes. Resize the bar chart and tree map so there's space on the left for 2 filter panes. We can reuse the period filter pane and the region filter pane that you saved as master items. The sheet is now complete. To create the next sheet, click on the arrow in the top right corner. In the third sheet, you will make a scatter plot and a pivot table that focus on customers. Then you will add filter panes so you can filter by date and manager. The first visualization is a scatter plot showing the customer sales and sales quantity. Go to Fields and drag the customer field to the sheet and add it as a dimension. Add sales and quantity as measures. The auto chart turns the visualization into a scatter plot. Go to Presentation and select Axis. Set both the X and Y axes to start at 0. This removes negative values. In Labels, give the scatter plot a title, Customer Sales and Quantity. Next, you can create the Customer KPIs pivot table. Click the Add Item button below the scatter plot chart to add a new visualization. Add Customer as a dimension and sales quantity as measures. In Visualization, select the Pivot Table. You now have a simple pivot table. The remaining measures for the last 3 columns need to be created in the Advanced Edit mode. Select the pivot table and under Measures, click Add. Open the expression editor to add an expression that calculates the margin. When you are done, click Apply. Set the number formatting to number and then select the percentage option. Finally, under Label, enter Margin %. Next, you'll add another measure. Open the expression editor to add an expression that calculates the number of invoices. When you are done, click Apply. Then insert a label. Add another expression to calculate the average sales per invoice. When you're done, click Apply. Set number formatting to money. Then, under Label, type Average Sales per Invoice. In Measures, select the first measure and label it Sales. Then set the number formatting to money. Select the second measure and label it Quantity. Then set the number formatting to number. Now you can add dimensions as rows. In Dimensions under Row, click Add. Select Product Group, then add a second row by adding Product Type. Finally, add the title Customer KPIs. Now you'll add 2 filter panes, so you can filter by the KPIs, by time period, and manager. From the master items, drag the period filter pane onto the sheet. Then from Charts, add a new filter pane to the sheet and add the dimension Manager. The sheet is now complete. To create the next sheet, Customer Location, click on the arrow in the top right corner. In the fourth sheet, you'll create a map that shows where customers are located and how much they buy. Then you will add filter panes, so you can filter by city, region, and customer. First, you will create the filter panes. Under Visualizations, click the More button, and then select the filter pane. Add City as the dimension. Click the Add Item button below the filter pane to add a new visualization. Add another filter pane with the dimension Region. Then add another filter pane and add the dimension Customer. Now switch to the Advanced Edit mode to create the map. Resize the filter panes so they're positioned to the left and take up as little space as possible. Go to Assets and select Charts. Drag a map chart onto the sheet. In the Assets panel, click Fields and drag the field City onto the map. Select Add as New Layer and then select Add as Point Layer. Go to Size and Shape. In the Size By field, select the sum of sales. Adjust the bubble size range slider according to your preference. Select Colors, then select the option to set the colors by measure from the drop-down menu. In the Select Measure field, select the sum of sales. Set the color scheme to Diverging Gradient. Go back to the map settings. Under Appearance, select Legend and toggle off the Show Legend. Add the title Location to the map. This sheet is complete. Now you can start creating the Insights sheet. The fifth and sixth sheets focus on alternative ways of creating visualizations with the assistance of the Insight Advisor. In the fifth sheet, you will generate 3 visualizations using Insight Advisor. Select Insight Advisor and in the search box, enter the question, who are the top 5 managers for sales? Insight Advisor Search looks at your data and generates charts that can answer your question. On the generated bar chart, click Add to Sheet and select the Insights sheet. Click Insight Advisor to return to the sheet. Click Edit Sheet and select the bar chart. Add the title Top 5 Managers for Sales. Then click Insight Advisor to generate the next chart. Now we will make a multi-KPI chart that shows the bottom 3 product groups for sales for the latest month compared to the previous month. In the Ask Insight Advisor search box, enter what are the lowest 3 product groups for sales. Select the bar chart. In the Analysis Properties panel, click on the chart type and select Multi-KPI. Under Analysis Period, select Year-Month Last Sorted Value. Click Add to Sheet and select Insights. Click Insight Advisor to return to the sheet. Click Edit Sheet and then toggle on the Advanced options. Select the Multi-KPI. In the Properties panel, select the first measure and under Number Formatting, select Money. Repeat the same process for the second measure. At the top of the visualization, add the title Bottom 3 Product Groups for Sales. Adjust the size of the visualization in the sheet according to your preference. You can also create charts with Insight Advisor using Analysis type. Click Create an Analysis. Select Clustering, K-means. As a measure, select Sales and change the aggregation to Average. Then select Cost and change the aggregation to Average. Select Customer as a dimension. On the generated scatter plot, click Add to Sheet and select Insights. Then click Insight Advisor. Now adjust the visualization in the sheet. Now we're going to create the sixth sheet using Insight Advisor Analysis type. Now we're going to create the sixth sheet using Insight Advisor Analysis type. Some Insight Advisor analysis types, labeled as Smart Sheets, generate whole sheets of visualizations. Select Create an Analysis and select Period Changes. Select Gross Sales as a measure and Manager and Date as dimensions. Click Open Analysis. Click Add to New Sheet. Select My New Sheet and click Edit Sheet. Rename the sheet to Manager Dashboard. Now you are done making your visualizations. Now you will complement your app with data storytelling. With data storytelling, you can create a presentation based on the data in your app. You create slides and design the story with your particular audience in mind. In your narrative, focus on key elements and create a convincing story to make your message clear. An additional useful feature of data storytelling is that you can easily switch between a snapshot in the presentation and its context in the app. In the app context, you can make new selections and continue the analysis from where you left off in the presentation. After the analysis, you can resume the presentation. You will start the creation of your story by taking snapshots in the app. Navigate to your dashboard sheet. Right-click the visualization Sales per Region and select Storytelling Snapshots. Click Take Snapshot and then click Save. In Region, select Nordic. Right-click the visualization Top 5 Customers. Select Storytelling Snapshots and click Take Snapshot. In the Annotation dialog, type Nordic in the annotation field and then click Save. Right-click the visualization Quarterly Trend, select Storytelling Snapshots and click Take Snapshot. Type Nordic in the annotation field and click Save. In the Region filter pane, deselect Nordic and select USA. Take snapshots from the same visualizations, Top 5 Customers and Quarterly Trend, annotate them with USA. In the Region filter pane, deselect USA and select Japan. Take snapshots from the same visualizations, Top 5 Customers and Quarterly Trend. This time, annotate them with Japan. You have taken all the snapshots you need and can start creating your data storytelling slides. Select the text object and drag a title to the slide. Enter the title, 3 Largest Regions. You can customize the text size or color. Click Snapshot to see the snapshots that you took. Drag the pie chart Sales per Region snapshot to the slide. Open the Effect library. Drag the option Any Value to the pie chart. Copy the pie chart and paste it next to the first one. In the new pie chart, open the Effect properties and select Nordic in the list Select Data Point. Following the same steps for creating the second pie chart, create a third pie chart and highlight Japan. The first slide is complete. Add a blank slide. Select the text object and drag a title to the slide. Enter the title Nordic. Open the snapshot library. Drag the top 5 customers bar chart for Nordic to the slide. Drag the quarterly trend line chart for Nordic to the slide. Now you can create the third slide. Add the title USA. Then drag the top 5 customers bar chart and the quarterly trend line chart for USA to the slide. Repeat the same process for the next slide. This will show the sales results for Japan. Click Sheets in the Story Tools panel. Click the sheet you want to use in the story. The live data sheet is then added to a new slide. When you play a story in the live data sheet, you can make selections in the live data sheets. This is similar to the way you make selections in a sheet in Sheet View. You can reset the selections you have made on the live data sheet, and you can also navigate from a live data sheet to the sheet in Sheet View. By doing this, you get access to the original sheet with your selections applied to it. You can then make new selections to take your story in new directions. You have now reached the end of this tutorial. We hope that you have learned a few things and realized that app creation sometimes can be pretty easy and even somewhat fun.